The Ebola epidemic is a serious one, especially in West Africa, where more than 4,500 people have died as a result of contracting the virus. Now, one of the reasons why this virus has spread so rapidly is because there is a significant amount of ignorance surrounding this virus. Some people think that it's a hoax. They don't believe it's real. People have actually broken into hospitals with quarantined patients, and they've stolen items such as sheets and pillows and then sold it out in the streets, which of course also spreads the virus. And as a result, I mean, we have people in the United States now that have the Ebola virus. We have 2 nurses who took care of Eric Duncan, who was a man who traveled from West Africa to the United States, and as the nurses were treating him, unfortunately, they also contracted the virus. Now, of course, this is a serious story, and Liberian rappers by the name of F.A., Soul Fresh, and DenG want to really get the point across that Ebola is real and it should be taken seriously. Take a look.
You won't wash your hand with soap and cook your fuku. You won't not push me, Isa. When the bat eat the plum, don't eat it. When the monkey won't play, don't play with it. When someone irate and they're sweating too much, please avoid them. You won't tell your friend them. Ebola in town.
It's time to protect yourself. Ebola is here. Protect your family. Ebola is here. Protect your community. Ebola is here. 'Cause Ebola is here.
That was amazing. Okay, it was amazing because they're informing people that Ebola is real. They're telling you what you should do, the types of symptoms you should be aware of, and at the same time, there's like this great Caribbean background music, and it sounds like something you would hear when you're on vacation. But I absolutely love this. I want to hear what you guys think. Bria, let me start with you. Make your point.
I just wanted to say that I think the song is very pretty and it's very catchy.
It's definitely catchy, and that was a great pun. Good for you. All right, this is a punny show. I'm in favor of it. What about you, Chrissy?
I think the song was beautiful, and I feel like people at the CDC who are working on vaccines, they need to be playing this all the time. It can get you in a warm spirit and an inspired spirit to keep fighting against the virus.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to show them like the music video, if they ever make a music video, with some, subtitles in the background so people can understand exactly what they're saying. Because I gotta keep it real, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I understood most of it, but some of the verses I couldn't really understand.
I didn't understand any of the verses. I just got, Ebola is real, right. Ebola is here, and that should be enough.
What was one thing that you might have been ignorant on, but someone else came in and kind of educated you on it? Let me start with you, Chrissy.
Well, in my disgruntled junior high days of trying to fit in, I used to say that things were, oh, that's so gay, or, oh, this person is so gay, like if they were being idiotic, something like that. And little did I know that what I was referring to obviously wasn't gay, but I certainly was. I just didn't know it yet.
That's really interesting. So you were using that kind of like terminology before even realizing your own sexuality.
Yeah. It was like what other people who were ignorant and not cool were also using, and so, you just say it, and then you don't know till years later what something means.
So you kind of schooled yourself.
Schooled myself.
That's great. I love that. Bria, what about you?
My answer was going to be very similar because my word was fag, which I used to use all the time. All your peers, and you use these words, you have no idea even really what they mean or what they stem from, and then you get into middle school and you're like, oh, that's really offensive. Maybe I shouldn't do that. So similar.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are multiple issues that I'm still ignorant on, and I actually love it when someone comes in and in a polite way kind of educates me on the issues. When I think about my past, I mean, I used to have a very conservative political ideology. I actually used to be anti-gay marriage. This is when I was in high school. Anti-gay marriage, anti-legalizing prostitution, pro-drug war, and then life schooled me on how all of these things were nonsensical, right? So why am I against same-sex marriage? If people want to be in a consensual relationship and they love one another, who am I to go in there and tell them what to do? Absolutely. If we legalize prostitution, obviously we can regulate it and create a safer environment. If we get rid of the war on drugs, we can focus on rehabilitation as opposed to incarceration. So those are some past issues, but in the future, I feel like I'm looking forward to people schooling me on scientific issues, right? Because that's probably my weak spot. But keeping an open mind is probably the most important thing when it comes to learning about new things. And hopefully people in West Africa and the United States learn a little more about Ebola so we don't buy into the fear-mongering that we're seeing on Fox News, and we stop spreading the virus in other countries. Tell us what you guys think. I want to hear from you. What is one thing that you feel that you used to be ignorant on and then someone schooled you? Share your stories in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys soon.